What's going on, boys and girls? Welcome to another edition of Outside the Field
Well,
with
I
your
think
favorite host, Jacoby, and your least favorite host, Christopher.
I think the viewers would appreciate if you just never scream in their ears ever again.
Uh, if one person comments that you would appreciate if I didn't yell, that's not who we know, then I will not yell ever again.
That being said, guys, this is waiver wire for week 7, guys. Buys are really thick this week. There's 6 teams on buy, and it's a lot of the big teams. It's the Vikings, it's the Chargers, it's the Bills, it's the Dallas Cowboys. So, I mean, those are 4 teams that we probably rely on for a lot of players. Um, Not to mention the injuries are stacking up very, very bad right now, guys. So honestly, the waiver wire is going to be a place that a lot of us are going to need to be active this week. And that being said, you also need to watch who your league mates drop because maybe they're very desperate to get some of these players on their roster because they just need to start someone. And maybe you can get a sneaky pickup when they drop a player of significant value. So just watch who people are dropping. Um, but that being said, guys, we're going to hop right into today's video and try to keep it sweet and short for you. So, Mr. Crabtree, who is your quarterback waiver wire pickup of the week?
I think that this is a great pickup. But Teddy Bridgewater, he's rostered in 27% of leagues. Goes up against the Browns, which is a little bit of a tougher defense, but I think that this is going to be a game that he's going to help lead his team, and with unknown of Baker, with Chubb out, with Kareem Hunt out. I don't know what you're going to see yet, but this is a guy that starts on Thursday, and I think that he could put up some points for you. His last few games, uh, 25, 27. He had the 9 before, but that's because he got hurt. And then after that, he's only had one bad game against the Jets. He's had 27 and 28 the prior. He's been very, very consistent. A guy that's like I said, 27% rostered. If you need a guy to plug in this week, I would go snag him up. I wouldn't be shocked to see anywhere from 24 to 30 points from him.
In traditional QB standard, like scoring,
No, sorry,
probably
this is
like
not traditional.
probably like
This,
what 8 to 22, 18 to
yeah,
22.
yeah, 18-22, which is still pretty good in traditional.
Yeah, no, because
So
QB ones are right about 20 points. Like QB 12, last time I looked, is right about 20 points. So we like to think that's about the end of the QB one drop off. And that's why I think this next person is actually a sneaky pick. I think they're about 20% owned, so they're actually a little less owned in 12-man leagues right now. And Crabtree's gonna roll his eyes, but Tua Tagovailoa, Tung, but yeah, guys, he came back off the injury, guys. First weekend out, all the way in England too, guys, and he looked a little. It wasn't great, guys, but he gave you 22 points in traditional QB scoring leagues. Like we said, pretty good week at the field. I mean, he's against Jacksonville, which is in a good defense, but he gets to go against Atlanta this week, which is not any better. So I think he still has another chance to go out there and have a productive week. Jalen Waddle looked really good, and Devontae Parker might be back. Mike Gesicki's working for him. So I think this offense can go out and put some more points up on the board, and Tua can have another productive week for you. So in a week where a lot of QBs are out, I think he's a good play. So that's who I'd go pick up and probably just if QB streamers, if you're looking for like a long term option, you could maybe see like a Fields or a Lance hits it. Not that I have a lot of confidence in Fields, but Lance might be out there after the bye, so you could potentially pick him up. But yeah, that's what we have for you at the QB spot.
yes, sir. Who you got for the running back, Chris?
I think there's only one guy, and I think we all need to go pick him, guys. I think this is probably the best player you can go pick up off the waiver wire to help you out and win this week, guys. Ernest Johnson. And honestly, I never thought I could say this to you guys. I mean, they have two of the probably top 10, 15 running backs in the NFL,
Talent
and
alone, yeah.
yeah, and just straight talent. And now they're both hurt for multiple weeks off the same injury, off the calf. So they play Thursday night. Baker's banged up. OBJ's not going to play. Jarvis Landry might make it off the IR, but I mean, they don't really have anywhere to put the ball off, like on the ground or through the air. So somebody has to run, and we know they like to run. So Dearness Johnson, I think he gets a really nice matchup too, if I'm not mistaken.
Broncos.
So it's not a great matchup at all, actually, but I think you still have to plug him out there and just kind of hope he gives you some nice points.
I totally agree. He was my pick this week as well. But lucky for me, I picked him up last week. So I don't have to worry about fighting everybody on the waiver wire this week. So I don't know. I
Would you
guess I'm better than everyone else. But
would you pick up Felton? Do you think because they usually run a two running
uh,
back system? You don't think so?
no, I mean it's not worth the risk, like the upside to risk type reward. Like I have me personally, like I with buys this week, I got Cook on buy, so it's like, hey, do I start Miles Gaskin or do I start this guy? And like Gaskin to me probably has a higher upside because we don't know what this guy's upside is, but I also think Miles Gaskin has a way lower floor. And this week for me, I just need to put up some points. It's not something like I need to go out and score like 300 points, which is not something that happens, but it's just yeah, I just need to get some points in this week. So,
Cool. I like it. Moving over to the receiver position, who are you looking at?
all right, so this player, I think I was kind of looking at it. I think it's kind of sneaky. Um and this is a guy that I think that not a lot of people are looking at, and it's just one of those like weird ads, but I don't know. There's just I got a feeling he's been looking good, but Jamal Agnew for the Jacksonville
What?
Jaguars. I know. Chris is probably like, who the hell is this guy?
I know who
But
he is, but I still don't know if I'm picking him up.
well, I think I in this one I'm looking more like dynasty type way. But like for a regular redraft or keeper league, if it's somebody like you need a flex or something like that, 9% owned. I guarantee you he's open and available. But his last 2 weeks, he's had 7 targets and 6 targets. He's caught 6 and 5. 41 receiving yards and 78. Those the 41's not great, but the 6 catches are. So I mean, hey, he's involved in the passing game right now, and honestly, I'm kind of interested. I I mean,
It kind of looks like he took the like DJ Chark spot a little bit.
yeah, it looks like he just like jumped Sanook, or what's it, Chenault,
Chenault,
not Sanook.
Chenault.
Chenault, and Chenault has the same role, and Jamal Agnew is just going straight into the DJ Chark role. So I think it's a sneaky ad. He could get more and more involved. He's got a bye this week, so he doesn't help you this week. But going forward, I think this is a guy that hey, like after his bike, he might use the bye to get more involved in the offense than he already is.
Mine is two. I don't really have a lot to say about that. I think it's a little far down there, but um, my
What I'm
two,
trying to do.
my two are rookie. Two more rookie receivers. Well, I don't think Agnew's a rookie, but two rookie receivers for you guys. Bateman and Amon-Ra St. Brown, guys. Bateman came back first week off the injury, and it wasn't spectacular, but he at least went out there and got some work. It looks like he could potentially continue to get more and more involved in the season. It was someone they liked a lot as a player and a prospect, and they really wanted to get him on this roster. And Lamar Jackson is cooking right now, guys. So if we can find a way to get that and put it towards Bateman, I really like the prospect going forward. And he gets a nice matchup against Cincinnati this week, guys. Amon Ra has had a consistent target share this past few weeks and looks like the best receiver in the Lions offense. So, I mean, it's not great, but he's going to give you at least PPR points every week. He does play the Rams this week, though, so it's not the greatest of matchups. And then finally, Landry, guys, if he does play and you really, really need a player, like I said, the Browns have nobody. So if you can pick up Landry, potentially plug him in if he does play this week, you can find out before, because he'll play Thursday. So we'll know by Wednesday if he's going to play. So if he plays,
What have you heard about Baker? Is he playing this week?
it seems like Baker's going to play, yes.
Okay. I was about to say, I actually think if Landry plays, if Case Keenum was starting, I actually think Landry's value increases.
But yeah, so that's what I have for you guys at the receiver position. Tight ends, Crabtree.
Tight ends, we kind of talked about him last week. We're gonna go back on him again. Seals Jones, Taylor Heineke may not have had a great week, but we were right on the money with Seals Jones last week. Hey, they like utilizing their tight end position down in Washington. You saw it with Jordan Reed a few years ago. Guy could just never stay healthy. They finally got somebody in Logan Thomas last year who had an All-Star year. Well, then he wasn't an all pro, but he still had a really, really good year. Should have probably been considered. And then this year he was doing pretty good until he got hurt, and now you got I think his actual name is Ricky Seal Jones. Is
I'm
that?
pretty sure it's
I think,
Seals Jr. Ricky Seals Jr.
oh, okay. Well, yeah, he's doing pretty good. This is a guy that I definitely would go snag. Logan Thomas is going to be out on. He's on the IR right now. Last two games he started, 14 and 20. He's got Green Bay up and coming this week. And I'm telling you guys, I know I've been 0 for 2 the last 2 weeks, but this is Taylor Heineke's last chance, I think. And if he doesn't get it going, we're gonna see a change of cards. And this dude he's really smart. Like honestly, like watching him play, he is a smart quarterback. He just he's too smart sometimes. He doesn't let the ball fling. So he had an interception this week, which was a really dumb one because he literally like threw it, and this defensive lineman literally like put his hands up and just smacked it down on the offensive lineman's head.
This is what
It
I
was
said last
crazy.
episode, man. Like, what are they gonna? What are we gonna do if they bench him? You find a way to talk about him every single episode. Your obsession with Taylor Heineke has gone too far. Too far.
They gotta talk up the trade value, bro.
But I agree. Ricky Seals Jr. was also my pickup of the week, guys. He's looked really good, and like he said, Washington does want to use their tight end. He gets a really juicy matchup against Green Bay, guys. So like I said, there's a lot of people on bye, a lot of injuries. It's honestly possible that your waiver wire's not super deep, and if you need to pick up 2 or 3 people to play, and you pick up Ricky Seals and have to plug them even in at your flex, like it's not going to be sexy, but I think he'll get you at least 10 points. It's a good matchup, so I would pick him up.
Right.
I mean, like you're picking him up to play him because you're not picking up to stash him because sooner or later Logan Thomas is going to come back. So if you're not going to play him, guys, there's no point picking him up. But I think that's all we have for today on waiver wires, guys. We appreciate you stopping in on this hump day. Y'all are the literal best. We always appreciate you guys stopping by. Please do hit that like and subscribe button. Jacoby, my man, I appreciate you for helping me out today.
Cooper Cup is receiver one.
Not yet, guys. We'll keep them at 3 for now.
Check the rankings.
Okay. Well,
All right.
say goodbye to
Thanks.
our friends.
Thanks for watching, everyone. It's been fun. Talk to you next time.
Thanks, guys. Have a good day.